So good morning YouTube, I suppose is probably the best way to open up this video. This morning I have come down to the Forest of Dean, and it's a location which is only about, I don't know, about an hour's drive from where I live, and it's very underexplored by myself. Now, for those who don't know, the Forest of Dean is actually a huge area of woodland in Gloucestershire in the UK. It has miles and miles of walking paths and trails through all sorts of different types of woodland and history, from mining to quarrying to everything. So it's an absolute stunning place to visit, but it's one of those areas of the country I've just never really gone to, mainly because, well, it's an hour away and it's on my doorstep. So this morning though, I thought let's get out with the camera, and I had a quick chat with my friend Mark, who I come out with doing the photography with, and yeah, he agreed the Forest of Dean is probably a good location to go to. And to be honest with you, we've picked a really good one, haven't we? Just look at all that mist in the background there. It's shortly before sunrise, and we've got ourselves a nice little location looking over a pool of water, lots of mist, and with some trees in the background with all leaf still, which is really nice to see. So hopefully they will catch a bit of the morning sunlight. So anyway, that's what I'm up to. Can take a few shots from this current location and then get moving on, follow the path around the pool, and see what else we can find. So catch you in a second. So I've got myself my second composition for this morning. Got a lovely, still calm body of water in front of me, and in the distance there, got a lovely oak tree, nice little bit of colour still to it, some branches. It's nicely separated from the rest of the forest in the background. The only problem I might have is the sky up the top here is very bright. There's not much cloud, so my composition has got to be quite tight in on the tree, and I've got to be very careful of the branches across the top because they are actually pointing into the sky. But yeah, I'll get that set up, and I think I'll get that shot taken and I'll show you what it looks like.
I love the dark, moody feel of this scene. It really gave me a strong Arthurian legend vibe. And when I edited the images, that's exactly the direction I leaned into. Whilst chatting with Mark afterwards, I joked that the only thing missing was a woman with a white horse. Since I actually hadn't booked either of those, I used a little creative AI to finish the shot. We then headed round to the opposite side of the lake to make the most of that beautiful morning light.
The sun is now over here, and it's casting the light this way, and so I've got some beautiful lighting coming across the background trees in the distance there, which is really nice. I've got some closer foreground interest where the light isn't catching yet, and that adds a nice contrast between the darks and brights. Got a almost mill pond reflection in the water in front of me, and the moon is just up there setting it all off. This is my composition. I've got it set up. As I said, I've got this beautiful blue sky, mist rolling across the top, moon still there. I've got the backlit trees which are diffused with a mist as well, and then the sunlight is slowly rising now, and it's starting to crest the top of the foreground trees, which means I'm going to have to work quite quickly now. As the light is becoming more contrasty, I've actually put on a circular polarizer. The leaves themselves are quite wet, so the saturation is quite strong from a rich colour point of view, but that light is contrasty. So adding that polarizer, it's just cutting through a bit of the reflection, a bit of the glare, and it's just improving, enriching the scene to my eye. Settings wise, I'm roughly around about 1/10 of a second. And I'm shifting up or down around about half a stop either way, just to capture the sky so it doesn't blow out, the detail in these trees and the detail in the shadows. I mean, I'll probably merge those three images together to give me the final piece. So shot for the sky, f10, 1/10 of a second, ISO 100. Just going to pan it down a bit. 1/5 of a second is working. And that means 1/3 of a stop again for the reflections. Marvellous, perfect. Right, that's that image done. There's a little robin over there, which I probably won't get a chance to photograph, but I think I'm gonna crack on, try and catch up with my mate Mark. He's gone that way, and see what he's up to. But yeah, what a beautiful morning so far. Catch you in a minute. Caught up with Mark. I followed the path around, and yeah, he just let me onto a little secret. And I don't know if you guys can see, but just behind me there is the opposite side of the lake, and we've got a fisherman who's fishing. He's got not a particularly attractive bright blue seat, but other than that, he is sat in an environment where he's got silver birch, or what? So he's sat in an environment where he's got a couple of dead trees behind him, and then all of the sunlight is catching the side of those trees, and there's this mist and beautiful golden hues in the background, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So I've managed to get a couple of shots of that. I will show you how I got my setup for it. But yeah, looking at those images on the back of the camera, they've got a real Turner-esque feel about them, and I just hope, fingers crossed, I hope I've got the ability to process it well, because I think, yeah, it's going to be a standout image from this adventure. Perhaps I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think that might be one of the best images of 2005 I've managed to capture this year. So it's a big, bold claim, isn't it? But